Elon Musk's electric vehicle company Tesla has just purchased $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Let's talk about that. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another investing news video, and today we're talking about something that is hot off the press. Elon Musk's EV company Tesla has just purchased $1.5 billion, yes, $1 billion worth of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. But before we talk about that, guys, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more investing, stock market and wealth management content if that's what you enjoy. And I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the comments section with regards to Tesla and Elon Musk purchasing this huge amount of Bitcoin and what the implications are for the company. And with that, guys, let's get straight into the video. Tesla's purchase of $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin has sent the price absolutely crazy over the past couple of days, exceeding $47,000 per Bitcoin. Investors were first alerted to this purchase in the annual report this year, where Tesla stated, "We hold and may acquire digital assets that may be subject to volatile market prices, impairment and unique risks of loss. In January 2021, we updated our investment policy to provide us with more flexibility to further diversify and maximize returns on our cash that is not required to maintain adequate operating liquidity. As part of the policy, which was duly approved by the audit committee of our board of directors, we may invest a portion of such cash in certain alternative reserve assets, including digital assets, gold bullion, gold exchange traded funds and other assets as specified in the future. Thereafter, we invested an aggregated $1.5 billion in Bitcoin under this policy and may acquire and hold digital assets from time to time or long term. Moreover, we expect to begin accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for our products in the near future, subject to applicable laws and initially on a limited basis, which we may or may not liquidate upon receipt." As you can see from this short paragraph in the annual report, there is actually quite a lot to digest. The first portion is the fact that not only is the policy change enabling Tesla to purchase Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, they're also enabling them to purchase gold bullion and gold ETFs, which are effectively another way for Tesla to diversify their cash reserves and invest in assets that are away from their core competency, being their actual EV business. Secondly, as you can imagine, $1.5 billion worth of cryptocurrency, in particular Bitcoin, is an absolutely insane amount, and obviously Tesla as a company is putting a lot of faith into this digital currency due to the fact that the liquidity of such an asset is incredibly high. As a result, the value of this $1.5 billion could fluctuate very wildly, and more the case, it probably will, due to the fact that, as you can see from the previous chart we saw earlier, Bitcoin's price goes up and down extremely quickly, resulting in the value of that $1.5 billion fluctuating wildly, both up and down. But obviously Tesla believes, and Elon Musk believes, in the long term, Bitcoin is going to be worth a lot more money. Now, one thing to note is that $1.5 billion was obviously invested over the period of January up until the annual report was released. As a result, we cannot pinpoint the price. It was not specified in the annual report what price the Bitcoin was purchased at, but it has gone crazy between roughly 29,000 US and 40,000 US dollars between this January 1st to the January 31 period. The third key point, and probably the most interesting point in my perspective, is the fact that Tesla is going to start accepting payments of Bitcoin for their vehicles. And it's worth noting, at current prices where they're sitting at all-time highs, roughly the cost of a base model Tesla would be about 0.88 Bitcoin, which is absolutely crazy. And obviously this is taking into account the US dollar factor. So what does this mean for Tesla and how they're going to manage it? Well, as we can see, they specifically stated that they were only accepting a limited number of purchases using Bitcoin at the beginning period. Now, this is likely due to the fact that due to Bitcoin's price being able to fluctuate so wildly, this is going to be something that is incredibly hard to manage. One day Bitcoin's price could quite literally be 47,000 US dollars, and the next it could be 30,000 US dollars. There is the potential for that. So if Tesla are listing the price of one of their vehicles, for instance, as 1 Bitcoin, what happens when the value of a Bitcoin drops incredibly wildly? Does the price of the Tesla itself increase to, 1.5 Bitcoins if the price drops? Or does it decrease to, 0.5 Bitcoins if the price of a Bitcoin rises? These are the interesting factors that will need to be taken into account. And I imagine this is a core reason as to why they are taking it slow. Apart from that, obviously governments will be getting involved. We know there are a lot of countries which do not recognize Bitcoin as a legitimate form of currency, and a lot that do. And each of these countries are managing Bitcoin and have their own laws or lack of laws surrounding the cryptocurrency put in place in various ways. And whilst yes, this is certainly going to be a tricky situation, it's quite interesting to see that a company of Tesla's size and headed up by Elon Musk, who is obviously a very pro Bitcoin and cryptocurrency individual, how they are going to change the shape of business as a whole. Obviously, there are currently organizations which currently do accept Bitcoin as payment for various goods and services, but to something of the scale of Tesla, we have not seen this before. As a result of that, will this change the dynamic in which we pay for our goods and services going forward? Is this sort of a landmark point in time for the digital cryptocurrency of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general? It's something that's just going to have to play out. But as a customer, it gives us another option to purchase Tesla's vehicles, and hopefully in time other options in order to purchase other goods and services from various different companies. The questions that I'm asking myself include, what does this mean for Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency alone, and obviously other cryptocurrencies as well? What does this mean for Tesla as an organization? There hasn't been actually much of a change in their share price when this information was released. So is this such a big issue or a benefit for the company? Because if Bitcoin actually does increase in value significantly, technically the market cap of the company is also going to grow with it. So does that mean the share price is now going to be dictated by the value of Bitcoin, or vice versa, just purely because of the hype? It would be really interesting to know. I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the comment section with regards to what the implications are for Bitcoin and Tesla in general, and obviously as well with regards to the implications for the overall market with regards to accepting cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. And I'm going to wrap it up there today, guys. If you did enjoy today's video, please remember to leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out so much with that YouTube algorithm as well. If you did enjoy the video and want to see more of this content, please remember to subscribe to the channel and chuck that alert button on so you get notified of new videos. And with that, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.